And don't let the high fashion fool you. These Brooklyn Nets mean business. A shot from earlier on coming down the tunnel, ready to put a show on here at home. The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sideline. So the opening lineup for the Heat, Robinson is out there with Oladipo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ariza in at the power forward position. And for Brooklyn, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Griffin in at the center position. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotation.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. On the wing, Harris. The Nets working the ball around now. And stolen by Ariza. The shot, no good. Durant with some nice D. Outside Irving. It's up a three. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Irving's got the game going here with the first basket for the Nets.
I mean, Kyrie, too pure of a shooter to let him catch and shoot with that much space.
Outside Robinson. Softly drops in the floater.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Harden dishes to Durant. Back to Harden. Here's Irving. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Irving's got 5 points so far.
Difficult guarding Kyrie. He's comfortable from any range and willing to take what the defense gives him.
Butler with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Butler gets to Ariza. Over Durant. Ariza no up.
That was the best he could do. Just fade a little bit, try and get a clean look, but the defense was right on him.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal. That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Robinson passes to Butler. It's hauled in by Harris. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got his second bucket.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Will it go? The rebound by the Nets.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
The three from KD. Victor Oladipo grabs the miss. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. He talked about the best strategy of containing Kevin Durant on the offensive end. Coach told me Kevin's going to get his. You can't stop that. But if you can push him off his favorite spots, it might make his production a bit more palatable to our defense. Well, they've done their homework on KD, but the exam is going to be harder. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
Free throw drops for Harden. And both free throws good for James Harden.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Side, Butler lays it up off the glass.
The physical abilities of Jimmy Butler, wow, using his power and speed to make plays inside.
Now here's Harden. He's got 7. Irving surveying the floor, and he gets the button. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Stolen by Harden. Lobbed up there for Durant. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Beautifully orchestrated play. You put Durant at the finishing end of anything, it's probably a good idea.
Reza passes it to Butler. Makes it off the glass.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
1:46 left to play in the first quarter. Harden draws the double to the inside. Harris, it's good. The assist that time from Harden.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. Bounce pass Robinson. Here's Oladipo. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Harden. We've got 1:13 left here in the opening quarter. It's blocked. And here's Oladipo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Offensive rebound. And Adebayo throws it down.
The confidence continuing to grow off the board. Adebayo takes it right back up.
Outside Irving. Back to Harden. Now the pass to Durant. Over Adebayo. Just 5 to shoot. No good from Durant. The Heat trail by 10. Here's Ariza. Outside for Robinson. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Robinson's got his 2nd basket.
I like that approach, playing inside out, forcing the defense to scramble.
Now, here is Harden. He has 7. Outside Durant. Over Robinson. Rebound by the Heat.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And so it's Brooklyn in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half, where they, hitting on all cylinders, playing good brand of ball, moving fast, playing great defense. And I feel like we're at that level to start the game, and then, it's about who can last at that level the longest.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Adebayo is out there with Trevor Ariza. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Hero in at the shooting guard position. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court. The Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
And taken with the 30th pick back in 2011, Jimmy Butler went from 15th man in Chicago, riding the end of the bench, to franchise player in the course of 4 seasons.
Here's Dragic. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4. Brooklyn leading by 6. Irving with the bounce pass. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
Putting a little creativity into it. Durant usually making it look easy, but not here.
And Greg, it seemed in Chicago and Minnesota maybe Jimmy Butler wore out his welcome. Philadelphia, they had him and they had to juggle multiple stars. But, man, Miami, the Heat handed him the keys, and he has taken off.
And, Kevin, he's shown himself worthy, lifting them to a top seed in the East and himself into the MVP conversation.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The 3 from KD. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Butler. Passes to Hero. Here's Dragic from outside. But they get it back. Here's Ariza. And no good that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Harden the pass to KD. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Dragic against Harden. Count the basket.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Brooklyn leading by 9. Irving passes to Harris. Durant kicks to Harris. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Knows where everybody is. If there's an open man, Durant's going to find him.
Pass to Butler. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA.
And you see the improved strength of Kevin Durant, able to convert through contact now.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. Then for the Heat, Wayne Dedmon comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Hero.
One shot. What's crazy about KD, he's been an NBA champion and a Finals MVP all in 2017, and I still feel like he's improving.
Now here's Dragic. He's got 6, and that one good.
and this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Harris outside. Back to Harden. It's Durant on the wing. He's got 14. Over Dedmon. Not as good off the bad rim and in. KD's got the lead up to 14 now for Brooklyn. Oladipo outside. Back to Dragic. Brown against Oladipo. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. KD's got 4 rebounds in this game. Harden scanning the floor. Here's Green. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
The Nets have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. Free throw drops for Jeff Green.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Dragic finds Dedmon. 24 seconds left in the second quarter. Dragic with a wide open look. His three-pointers off the mark.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Now Kevin Durant. He's got 16. Green, no luck. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's got one of those streaks going lately where it doesn't seem like he can be stopped. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nets' first half?
Well, we're watching KD take control of this game. We know his offensive IQ is off the charts. And then you add the versatility, that makes him absolutely lethal.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Well, not at all what they envisioned coming to the game. And defending the paint has been the main problem. They got to commit a few more bodies down low, and they got to protect the inside, protect the inside, protect the inside. But even if they do, still might be a little too late for them.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Brooklyn now, Durant is out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden, then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harris in at the 3.
And simply look at how Oladipo is built. Dude has a huge upper body. It is hard to check that.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
And it's Irving missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Ariza with the bucket.
Jimmy Butler is on it, staying alert, finds his man breaking free.
Harden dishes to Irving. Drops in the layup for 2. Irving's got 9.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Here's Oladipo. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Outside, KD. It's stolen by Oladipo. Butler in the corner. Misses the 3. Nets leading by 15. It's tipped. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Now, here is Irving. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. Oh, Griffin in position. It's stolen by Adebayo. And Oladipo kicks to Adebayo. A 3. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Victor Oladipo.
And you talk about guys who play with that chip on their shoulder. Bam Adebayo has not forgotten he was cut from the U.S. national team in 2019.
And Greg, in fact, he told those close to him they will pay. A little extra motivation, fuel for the fire.
A rangy 6'8", Ariza finishing with force.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And as impressive as the numbers were for Jimmy Butler in the bubble, they don't begin to tell the whole story. He was hitting clutch shots for the Heat during that run in the postseason.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant, and Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Heat also with a sub. Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Now here is Robinson. Nunn can't get it to fall. You know, Greg, going back to Jimmy Butler, it felt like each series he had a few big shots.
I mean, everything you want from your leader. The big shots, motivating others, setting an example with his play. Butler played as well as any leader in the postseason.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Outside Robinson, the shot by Butler, nobody around. Offline with his 3. On the wing, Irving, defended by Nunn. Irving passes to Griffin. Back to Irving. 6 to shoot. Oh, Griffin in position. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Butler. Great D that time from Irving. That's leading by 14. Inside. It's deflected. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Drains it from beyond the arc. Robinson's got 7 points in the game.
Some coaches might not like taking the three on the fast break, but he had the open look and buried it.
Now, here's Shamet, guarded by Robinson. Irving way outside, and the Nets miss again.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half, nothing in the second.
None passes to Robinson. Shoots over Shamet. Robinson misses. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 17 points was their biggest margin. Griffin kicks to Shamet. Back to Griffin. And it's Miami with the rebound. Three-pointer, Butler. And it's Shamet with the rebound.
I can't believe he hasn't hit a shot all period. Someone else needs to step up and help close the gap.
Irving, and stolen by Ariza. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Jeff Green is checked in for Brooklyn. Bruce Brown comes in for Harris. Irving for three. Hits it from three-point range. Irving's got 9 points now in the quarter.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Dragic against Brown. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Dragic. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Brown the pass to Irving. Irving double team. That one off the back iron, and down it falls. Irving's got 11 points here in just the second half. That shot off the mark. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth. Iguodala out there with Adebayo. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Dragic in at the point guard.
Beautiful catch and shoot from Kevin Durant. He's one of those guys that can do it consistently every night.
Dragic dishes to Dedmon. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And Harden with the basket on the assist by Green.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. hits them both.
The combination of shooting and speed Oladipo provides this team is invaluable. And his hunger to keep getting better, also impressive.
Outside Durant, over Dedmon, and it's good off the bad brim and in. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Outside, KD. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Dragic. Back to Iguodala. Dragic finds Oladipo from outside the arc. That one misses. And Brooklyn will come the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. They double-team KD. And the wide-open shot from Green. Kept alive. Tries again. And KD with the lay-in. Durant's got 22 points. The Heat trail by 17. Dragic with it. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Oladipo's got 10 points here in the second half. Nets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Harden the pass to Durant. Launches it. Durant with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Dedmon throws it down.
And right there, I like how Adebayo takes his time, scans the floor, makes the unselfish play.
Now here's Brown. Durant with a wide open look. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. He's got 24.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Green. Joe Harris comes in for Landry Shamet. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Brown. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He challenged his players to try to take control here. He said, this is when we want to be efficient. This is when we absolutely have to execute. See if they can get it done, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And Oladipo kicks to Robinson. And the pass to Butler. Tries a 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
This rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
At the line for Nets, James Harden. Taking 2 shots.
Throw good, James Harden. And both free throws good for James Harden. The Heat trail by 16.
2 minutes.
Outside Robinson. He dishes it to Oladipo. 1:52 left in the 4th quarter. Brooklyn's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Outside Irving. And Adebayo sends it back.
The reach of Bam Adebayo is off the charts, using it well with that block.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And so it's Brooklyn with it after the Heat pick up 2. Right side, Kevin Durant. Clock at 6. Stolen by Robinson.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nets.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for KD.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Oladipo slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn, and a new group in for the Heat. Achua, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Bielitsa comes in for Trevor Ariza. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Robinson. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They lead by 12. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. "36 seconds left in the fourth. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Bielitsa with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Bielitsa inside. Griffin on him. He doesn't hit that one. Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Outside Irving, and so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much with Kevin Durant. Made a slow start for you offensively, but you were able to stay aggressive. How do you keep that mentality as a great scorer?
Well, you got to keep shooting, no matter what happens. So it's easy to, play well throughout the game when you're making shots, but when you're missing, you got to get your mind right, and that's what I tried to do, is just stay aggressive.
And it sure showed out there. Thank you very much. Back to you, Kevin.